Okay, so today I am reviewing the 8th episode of Once Upon a Time, which is entitled Desperate Souls. So, and this was a Mr. Gold / Rumpelstiltskin centric episode. So I'll be splitting this video into part 1, in which we talk about Rumpelstiltskin, and part 2, in which we talk about Mr. Gold. So let's get going. Okay, so early on in this episode, we see that Rumpelstiltskin has who we presume to be his son, telling him that in a couple of days, they're going to take him away to fight in the war. And so Rumpelstiltskin can't let that happen, so he decides to run away. And as he's running away, he runs into this commander, and this commander says, he's taunting Rumpelstiltskin and humiliating him in front of his son, and so then he tells him to kiss his boot. We also hear that his wife left him after he ran away from battle, and then the son says to Rumpel, he says, I thought you said my mother was dead, and Rumpel says, she is. So I don't know what that means, but hopefully we'll be getting a piece of that very soon in the future. So, as they're not quite running away and they're not quite in walking distance, this old man comes and takes them to his house and watches over them for the night. And he tells Rumpel about how the commander is actually controlling the Dark One. So he says, if you can go get this dagger that's controlling the Dark One, you can actually control the Dark One. But if you, even better, if you kill the Dark One with the dagger, then you become the Dark One and have all of his powers. So Rumpel's like, sign me up for that one. So then we see Rumpel run to the castle with his son. They light the castle on fire, part of the castle, and then he takes the dagger, and when he's in a secluded area, he calls on the true name of the Dark One, which is Zoso, and then kills him with the dagger. And then the Dark One actually turns out to be the old man that we met earlier. And we find out that he wanted to die because he says magic comes at a price. Also, we see that Rumpel's name is now on the dagger with which he used to kill Zoso. Rumpel then proceeds to humiliate the commander who humiliated him and kill the commander and 3 of his men that are with him. It was kind of awesome. Okay, so in the town of Storybrooke, we see Mr. Gold talking to Emma, and he says to her that he was sorry and wanted to give his condolences about Graham, and to tell her that the sheriff position was up for her to take. So Emma assumes that this is actually her position. She takes it, and then the mayor, who is Regina, takes it right away again. So she wasn't sheriff for a very long time, but then the Queen anoints a new person to the position, the journalist of the town, Sydney Glass. Emma gets really upset because she thinks it should be her position, and she's at home listening to really loud music. And so, yeah, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it does. Emma finds out the rules of becoming the new sheriff, and so she decides that she wants to be a candidate in this race to become the new sheriff. And Mr. Gold says he will help Emma to win this campaign for no apparent reason, but she takes it anyway. Little does she know, though, that Rumpel's way of winning a competition is burning the Capitol building. Pretty much. So basically he burnt it so that Emma could save Regina and make her look like a hero. But Emma catches on and doesn't like the whole idea. So during the debate session, she decides that she wants to tell everyone that it was Rumpel who set the building on fire. Rumpel's really upset. At least it seems so. Emma actually won the competition for standing up to Mr. Gold. And it was kind of weird to think that the people in the town fear Mr. Gold more than they fear Regina. Next day, Gold tells Emma that he wanted her to tell everyone so that everyone would think that she was just fearless, but I don't think that was really his plan. Maybe it was. I don't know if we'll ever know, but I don't think it was. He says that in your new position, I think you'll be able to pay off the debt that she made about Cinderella and not having to give her child to Rumple. So that was this episode. Alright, here are some references from Lost that I found in this episode. So one of them is that Rumpelstiltskin killed Zoso in a manner that was fairly reminiscent of the way that Ben killed Jacob in season 5 of Lost. I mean, just how he stabbed him in the chest, in the heart, and then laid him down. Not really laid him down, but he went down after that. Thought that was very much like the way that happened. The name Sydney Glass, I think, is supposed to be referring to Lost in the way that Oceanic Flight 815 left from Sydney, Australia, and Glass is to refer to the episodes Through the Looking Glass Part 1 and 2, which are the season finale episodes of Season 3. So yes, there was that one. And I also think that Emma's name is kind of a reference to Lost in the way that her last name is Swan, and there was the Swan Station for the Dharma Initiative. So that is definitely one, I believe. The huge walkie-talkies that Rumple gives Emma at the beginning of the episode seem and look a lot like the transceivers that Saeed gave Kate and Boone in season 1. Just thought that's kind of what that looked like. Not the transceiver, but you know, the complicated walkie-talkie as Jack would explain it. So, yes. Another one is when Emma refers to being a candidate, or she wants candidacy, which is like how Jacob looked for candidates to replace him when he died, and just thought that was kind of cool how she said, I wanted to be a candidate. When the commander says that Rumple is always running away, I think that's really a Kate reference about how Kate was always running and she was always on the run, and I feel like that was just cool, because Kate was a cool character for the most part. If you guys have any more references that I didn't get, you can put them down in the comments. And yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this review and Lost reference episode. Next week, Landon will be reviewing episode 9, entitled Far North, I believe is what it's called. And until then, proceed with Operation Cobra.